The newest and hottest Pokemon TCG set is right around the corner called Astral Radiance. And today I'm going to be giving you guys the top 10 cards to keep your eye out for when you're ripping those booster packs. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, TCG Funhouse, where we talk all things Pokemon TCG 3 times per week here on YouTube. So slap a sub like you slap your mama at the best of barbecue that you ever had. That was a real funny, I think it was SNL skit from a long time ago. But that's not why we're here, even though I could go for some good barbecue. We're here to talk about Astral Radiance today, the newest set that comes out officially on May 27th. They have already completed the pre-release, so you should be able to find some pre-release kits, or maybe even some, laying around booster packs at your local LGS. If you guys did go to a pre-release tournament at your local game store, please let me know down in the comment section what type of fun did you have? Did you win? Where did you place? Have you gotten any sweet pulls out of the pre-release kits? Let me know. But if you weren't sure exactly what you're to be looking for during Astral Radiance, today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 cards for the entire set. Alternate arts, rainbows, trainers, Pokemon, gold, all kinds of amazing stuff. Trainer Gallery is coming in Astral Radiance, and we're going to talk about that today. And as we dive into our top 10, today's video is brought to you by yourplaymat.com, the best custom deck boxes, sleeves, and playmats on the market. Use the link in the description below and use checkout code TCGFunhouse10YP to get 10% off your entire order on amazing customizable sleeves and playmats. But without further ado, we're going to dive right into number 10 on today's list, and that is going to be the gold and black Calyrex VMAX cards. These things are absolutely phenomenal. They are officially part of the trainer gallery that's coming inside Astral Radiance. And the reason why they're only number 10 on this list, given that they are amazing, almost like a new style of card, is the fact that it's just Calyrex, right? Go back to Brilliant Stars and take a look at the Urshifu, the Rapid Strike and Single Strike Urshifu, gold and black cards from the trainer gallery. They just don't carry that much value. I think you can buy each of them for in between $3 and $4. I really see the exact same thing for these Calyrex cards. Now, Calyrex VMAX is a little bit more playable and played more frequently than the Urshifu cards. But even with that being said, they're just not that rare at the end of the day. I was able to pull both of the Urshifus for Brilliant Stars, and I kind of expect the same kind of rarity for the Astral Radiance ones here. So that's why they're only number 10 here on the list, even though they are phenomenal looking artworks of cards. Moving up to number 9 on the list is actually the Beedrill Alternate Art V card. Now this artwork is stunning. All alternate art cards are pretty much stunning at this point, but this Beedrill one in particular is just really cool. It's like a ton of Beedrills just flying around, like pollinating this field a la Jerry Seinfeld in the Bee Movie. Very underrated, by the way, guys. Go check it out if you have not yet. It's one of Logan's favorite movies. But anyway, this artwork is simply phenomenal, and I feel like it's just flying completely under the radar. It really hasn't had that much focus and attention placed on it. Even its Japanese variant, and nobody's even really talking about it here for Astral Radiance, and I think it's going to carry a pretty good penny. Not too much. I probably put it in the same sector as I would like the Genesect and the Celebi Vs from Fusion Strike. I think it's going to find itself right inside that category. It's like a pseudo favorite Pokemon, not really a fan favorite, but definitely super nostalgic. So it does crack the top 10 here, the Beedrill V Alternate Art. All right, popping off at number 8 here on the list is our first full art trainer, and we're going back to the trainer gallery again. I'm going with the B/My-Bay full art trainer card inside of the trainer gallery. People love B. It's right up there with Nessa and Marnie, and B is like right there as well. It always competes in that full art trainer section. Like, go back and look at Vivid Voltage, and B is right there keeping pace with the Nessa and all that kind of stuff, the Pokemon Center Lady. So it's a very, very awesome card, and people actually love She's strong. She's a good protagonist, you know, for the Pokemon games. Fighting type gym leader, and it's just a phenomenal artwork as well. It would be higher on this list if it wasn't the trainer gallery. So the trainer gallery is a little bit more common than like your other standard full art trainer cards, so that's why it's only here at number 8. Otherwise, I would have this card probably in my top 5. This is probably going to be, in my opinion, the most sought after and expensive full art trainer card in the trainer gallery. So you're definitely going to want to keep your eyes out for it when you're pulling heaters. Melanie, Milo, Pierce, and Alistair also make appearances inside Astral Radiance. But for me, B stands on top for all of those. And right here at number 8 of top 10 cards from Astral Radiance. You're going to notice a little bit of a trend here for the next few cards. And at lucky number 7, I'm going with the full art Arita. I think that's how you say it. If I mispronounced it, I do apologize. You know, I wish there was some voice text inside of the game so we would know for Legends Arceus. But Arita is here at number 7, and this is simply because it is a waifu card. Collectors love these waifu cards to where a lot of times they're in like the top 2 or 3 of most expensive cards for a set. Astral Radiance is loaded with a ton of awesome cards, so I don't know if it's going to go that high in the price pool. But don't be surprised if at the end of the day we are looking at this card being higher towards the price end. I do think the full art trainer is going to pass the rainbow in this case, which is kind of like the same thing it has been doing with Vivid Voltage, where there was a lot of those full art trainers as well. So expect the full art to outpace the rainbow in terms of price, even though the rainbow might be a little bit more rare. But I would kind of put both of them here in this slot at number 7. But this is not even going to be the highest rated full art trainer. But if this card was a little bit more playable, I would put it higher on the list, but it's going to have its fans regardless, so that's why it's here at number 7. So yes, guys, for 3 selections in a row, we're going full art trainer, and a lot of them for the exact same reason. Another full art waifu here. We're going with Roxanne full art trainer card. It's a supporter card that is actually very, very viable and very playable in the TCG, and it's going to be very expensive. Now, I do expect this card to kind of shoot its way up into maybe the top 3 of most expensive cards, because not only is Roxanne a fan favorite, a waifu favorite, but it's a very playable card as well to counter a lot of the really powerful decks that people are playing right now. And the reason why Roxanne and Iridia do come ahead of B is because they are actually secret rare full art trainers, as opposed to well, they're not secret rares, but they are full art trainers in the set as opposed to part of the trainer gallery. So I do expect these 2 cards to be a little bit more rare than the full art trainer gallery cards, if it's anything like it was in Brilliant Stars. So that's why they have outpaced B. But Roxanne easily takes number 1 of the full art trainers here, simply because it's very playable, fan favorite. It's going to be up there in price, guys, for sure. As we reach the halfway marker on the list at number 5, I do want to point out to you guys, this is not specifically in terms of pricing. This is not just me saying these are the most investable cards, or these are the cards that are going to carry the highest value. These are the cards that I want to pull the most. And yes, sometimes price does work into that. Like, I really don't care about the Iridia card myself, but I would be excited to pull it, because I would be able to sell it and maybe buy some of the other cards that I want. You see, that's the way that I have kind of leveled this out, which is why here at number 5, I have Garchomp V from the trainer gallery with Cynthia in front of it. I love this card so freaking much. I do think it's going to not be too crazy expensive. It'll probably be more affordable than both of the previous full art trainers I just talked about. But I do kind of see this card settling into maybe that teens range, maybe that $20 range, simply because people love Cynthia, people love Garchomp, and it is a V of the trainer gallery, not one of the standard trainer gallery cards that are significantly easier to pull, like the evolutions that carry like a couple of bucks, right? I think this Garchomp is going to settle as this set's Mimikyu trainer gallery, and I think that's the price point it's going to fall into right there. I do wish we got a VMAX, but we didn't. So here at number 5, I'm going to have to go with the Garchomp V trainer gallery, because it's just such an intimidating, wonderful artwork of a card. Alright guys, breaking the top half is the first shiny card here on the list, and actually the only, spoiler alert, Radiance card that is I'm interested in pulling inside of Astral Radiance, and that is the Greninja. Radiant Greninja is one of the bigger chases for me in this set. And the reason why it's not number 1 or number 2 in this case is because when I was talking to ASX, my Gym Leaders podcast partner, he made a very valid point. He said, I kind of expect these Radiant cards to be about as rare as amazing rares, which now that I think about it, I think that is exactly what is going to happen. I think they're not as rare as I want shiny Pokemon cards to be. And if you go back and watch some of the openings for the content creators that were given product by Pokemon, they were getting about 2 of these shiny cards per box, which is, I know their boxes are cracked and they're loaded, but that's a lot more common than I kind of wanted them to be. I wanted these Radiant cards to be in the same rarity level as like a gold card or a rainbow card. That would make them a lot more enticing to me. So this card does have the potential to move up on my list in terms of pullability and how much I want to collect this card, if it's more rare than I'm kind of expecting it to be. So it's hard for me to put it any higher at this point because I don't know. It is going to end up number 4 here on the list, the Radiant Greninja. Top 3, guys, we are on the podium, and I'm actually going to have the cards that I think are going to be the most expensive cards during this set, and that is the Palkia and Dialga alternate art cards. I do think that the alternate art Palkia is going to end up being the most expensive card in this set, because they are going to be the most rare kinds, right? Like, the alternate arts are the most rare, so at that point alone, they're going to be towards the top, and they're the two, basically they're the mascots of this set, right? The Palkia and Dialga origin form alternate arts. So I do think these are going to be like 1 and 2 in terms of price, but they're only number 3 on my list because I'm really not that excited about them. I do think the artworks are fine. They're good. The Dialga in particular is not my favorite. I do like the Palkia artwork. It gives this like Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus feel, which is an amazing movie. If you've never seen it, it was actually the movie that Heath Ledger was filming when he passed away, and they replaced him with a bunch of like really critically acclaimed actors like Johnny Depp and Jude Law to finish off the movie. And it's very mind trippy, very distortion, like it's amazing. And I kind of get that vibe with this Palkia card. I would have them higher on the list if I enjoyed the cards the most. I do think Palkia is going to be the most playable as well. People are going to be building Origin Form Palkia decks. I'm not so sure about Dialga. If there is a good deck coming for Dialga, let me know down in the comment section. But that's why they're only here in the top 3 at 3rd position instead of higher on the list, even though I do think they are going to be the most expensive cards in the set. Silver Medal time here, and this is the runner-up for all of Astral Radiance for me, and that is the Zacian Trainer Gallery V card. This card is absolutely phenomenal. This could be my favorite artwork printed in the Sword and Shield era so far. And it's the only reason it's not number 1, which you'll see for a minute, and that's because one of my fan favorites is in this set. One of my favorites. But this Zacian card, by far, is my favorite artwork in the entire set. It is absolutely phenomenal. I am not even a Zacian guy. I played Shield. Shield was my game. I was a Zamazenta guy through and through, even though that Zacian was significantly more powerful in the games, in the TCG, and everything. And here it is, once again, just taking front and center. I kind of feel sorry for Zamazenta at this point, because the Trainer Gallery for Zamazenta is cool, but it's not nearly as majestic and royal as this Zacian card. So I'm all in on this card. I don't think it's going to be very expensive. I think this card will settle maybe between like that $8 and $10 range. So it's going to be very affordable at the end of the day. But that being said, I just can't. Just look at this card. Just look at it. The artwork is so good. I can't ignore it. I just can't. Number 2. All right, guys, before I give you guys the number 1 selection for top 10 cards in Astral Radiance, I'm going to give you some honorable mentions here. And the first honorable mention card is the Gold Path to the Peak Trainer card. And this is only on the list because it is going to be an expensive card. People play Path to the Peak inside the TCG very frequently. It's one of the cards that I sell consistently for 25 to 50 cents all the time over on TCG Player. A lot more so than any other cards. It's right up there with Ultra Ball and Quick Ball for me in terms of selling on singles of uncommon trainer cards. So getting this Gold Path of the Peak is going to be a very sought after card for TCG players. So expect it to hold a pretty decent value. So when you pull it and you don't want it for your collection, which it's a beautiful artwork as well. But like, if you're not like extraordinarily excited for it, put that up on eBay or TCG Player, get it gone, and buy something you want, because it's gonna hold pretty decent value. Moving on to honorable mentions, continuing with the gold cards, the Origin Form V-Star of Dialga and Palkia Gold is also gonna be very good cards to collect. Again, I think Palkia V-Star is going to be, there's going to be a decent deck around it, and these cards are going to be pretty rare, which is going to put them up there in terms of pricing. They are going to be below most of the alternate arts in my opinion, but I think it's going to settle right around where the Arceus gold card did as well. And then, of course, the Galarian Birds Trainer Gallery cards are on the list as well because they are so amazing. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno Galarian forms. V Trainer Gallery cards, they are great, they are nice. I don't think they're going to carry much value. I see all of them being around $6 or $7 a piece. Maybe the Moltres might be higher because the artwork is so good, and the Moltres already is phenomenal inside like Chilling Reign, like that alternate art. So that card might be over the $10 section, but the Zapdos and Articuno are going to be on the lower ends here. So they're affordable, good cards you're going to be able to pull inside the trainer gallery. So that's why they are honorable mentions. And we've made it, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Number 1 here on the list of top 10 cards from Astral Radiance. Of course, if you guys have watched my channel at all, you know that Machamp is one of my top 5 Pokemon of all time. So, of course, that Machamp V alternate art is here on the list. I do think this is going to be one of the more expensive cards as well. Maybe like in that top 6 or 7 range in terms of price. I'll put it, I'll put it above the Beedrill for that selection. I think it's going to be more kind of like that Mew V feel, like that alternate art price range, or maybe like that $30 range. I think that's where this Machamp is going to settle. And I'm really looking forward to it. I just picked one up in Japanese. Big shout out to Brandon Turnbow, one of the supporters here on TCG Funhouse, who is actually in Japan. So he's living in Japan right now. So he hooked me up with one of these Machamp. He actually hooked me up with one of the Zacians as well. Like, just look how amazing that is. So I'm very interested in pulling both of these cards in English to add them to my collection. But Machamp has got to take the cake for me because it is one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time. Really, really excited. That's it, guys. That is the top 10 cards that you want to pull from Astral Radiance, or go to TCG Player and eBay and add them to your collection because they are phenomenal, phenomenal cards. I do think they had a little bit of a miss here. This is the set that gave us Darkrai V and Darkrai V-Star, and this is the set that is closely attached to Lucario V-Star, even though that came in a box as Brilliant Stars. We got the V here in this set. I think it was a huge missed opportunity for Pokemon to put Darkrai and Lucario alternate arts in this set. I hope we get them in the future, but because we didn't get them here, it does kind of make me a little concerned that we will never get them, which really bums me out because one of my most sought after cards and desired cards ever is a Darkrai alternate art and Lucario alternate art cards. They are 2 of my top 3 favorite Pokemon. So shame on them for not including them in this set. I really wish they did, and I really do believe it actually make Astral Radiance a much more significant, powerful set if they did that. So I definitely think that was a miss on their part. Let me know in the comment section, guys. What do you think about Astral Radiance? Are you excited about it? Definitely interested to know what you guys have to say. Again, if you're new to the channel, drop a sub. If you like this video, hit that like button. It really, really helps out. Tons of affiliate links down there in the description, guys. You can get some deals on stuff, and you can support the channel as well, or you can become an official TCG Funhouse crew member by clicking that join button down below for as little as $2 per month. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you all have a wonderful night.